This message found you for a reason. Whether you clicked on this video intentionally or it somehow appeared in your feed, you're exactly where you need to be right now. I'm getting chills just recording this because I know the type of person who's watching. You're different. You've always known it, even if you've tried to convince yourself otherwise. Something shifted in you recently, didn't it? Maybe it was last week, maybe it was 3 months ago, but there was this moment where everything felt different. Like you woke up in the same room, but the air itself had changed. You might have brushed it off as nothing, but deep down, you felt it. That subtle knowing that your old life doesn't quite fit anymore. I need you to understand something crucial. The version of you that existed even 6 months ago is not the same person sitting here right now. I know it sounds dramatic, but stay with me. You've been shedding layers of yourself so quietly that you didn't even notice. Old fears that used to paralyze you don't have the same grip. Situations that would have sent you spiraling now feel manageable. You've been evolving, and most people around you have no idea. This is why certain relationships feel strange now. Why some conversations leave you feeling drained when they never used to. Why you find yourself questioning things you never questioned before. You're not becoming difficult or picky. You're becoming aware. Your energy is changing frequency, and not everyone can match where you're going. Have you noticed how differently people respond to you lately? Some seem drawn to you in ways they can't explain. Others seem uncomfortable around you for no apparent reason. It's not your imagination. Your presence carries something different now. There's a weight to your words, a depth to your silence that wasn't there before. You're operating from a place most people haven't accessed yet. The thing is, you've been preparing for this shift your entire life. Every challenge you faced, every time you felt misunderstood, every moment you wondered why things were so hard for you when they seemed easy for others. It was all building toward this. You were being prepared for something bigger than what your old environment could contain. Think about the past year of your life. How many times did you feel like you were living the same day over and over? How many times did you catch yourself going through the motions, feeling like you were sleepwalking through your own existence? That wasn't depression or laziness. That was your soul telling you that the old patterns weren't serving you anymore. Your intuition has been getting stronger, hasn't it? You know things before they happen. You can sense people's energy from across the room. You have dreams that feel more real than your waking life sometimes. These aren't coincidences. Your psychic abilities are awakening because you're ready to handle them now. You're ready to see beyond the surface level of reality. I'm seeing that you're someone who feels everything deeply. When you love completely. When you hurt, it cuts to your core. When you're happy, your joy is infectious. This intensity has probably caused you problems in the past. People have called you too much, too sensitive, too emotional. But that intensity is actually your superpower. It's what allows you to connect with realms that others can't access. You've always been able to see through people, haven't you? Not in a judgmental way, but in a way that sees their true essence. You can spot someone's pain from a mile away, even when they're smiling. You can feel when someone is lying, even if their words sound convincing. You can sense potential in people that they don't even see in themselves. This gift has probably gotten you into trouble because you've tried to save people who weren't ready to be saved. But something is different now. You're learning to protect your energy. You're learning that not everyone deserves access to your gifts. You're learning that your sensitivity is not something to apologize for, but something to honor and guard carefully. This wisdom didn't come easily. It came through experience, through heartbreak, through learning the hard way that your kindness can be taken advantage of if you're not careful. The people who truly belong in your life are starting to reveal themselves. The ones who celebrate your growth instead of feeling threatened by it. The ones who match your energy instead of draining it. The ones who see your depth as a gift instead of a burden. These soul connections are becoming more obvious because you're vibrating at a frequency that attracts your true tribe. Your relationship with money is changing too. Not because you're suddenly rich, but because you're understanding your worth differently. You're realizing that your time and energy are precious resources that shouldn't be given away freely. You're learning to value yourself in ways that translate into real-world abundance. The universe is preparing to reward you for the inner work you've been doing. Sleep has probably been weird for you lately. Either you're sleeping more than usual, or you can't seem to get enough rest no matter how much you sleep. Your dream life is more active. You're processing years of old energy while you sleep. Your subconscious is working overtime to clear out everything that doesn't align with who you're becoming. This is why you might feel tired even after a full night's sleep. You're literally rebuilding yourself from the inside out. You've probably noticed that you can't tolerate fake energy anymore. Small talk feels exhausting. Shallow conversations make you want to run away. You crave depth and meaning in everything. This isn't you being antisocial. This is you honoring your evolution. You've outgrown surface-level connections because your soul is calling for something more substantial. The old version of you used to apologize for taking up space. You made yourself smaller to make others comfortable. You dimmed your light so others wouldn't feel outshined. But that person is disappearing. The new you takes up space unapologetically. The new you speaks your truth even when your voice shakes. The new you refuses to shrink for anyone's comfort. This transformation hasn't been easy. There have been nights when you wondered if you were losing your mind, days when you felt completely alone in your experience, moments when you questioned everything you thought you knew about yourself and your purpose. But you kept going. You kept trusting the process even when you couldn't see where it was leading. What you're experiencing is a spiritual awakening disguised as a life crisis. Your old identity is dissolving to make room for your authentic self. The person you've always been underneath all the conditioning and expectations is finally ready to emerge. This process is sacred, even when it feels chaotic. You're being called to step into a role that requires the exact combination of sensitivity and strength that you possess. Your ability to feel deeply while remaining grounded is rare. Your capacity to hold space for others while maintaining your own boundaries is a skill that took years to develop. Everything you've been through has prepared you for what's coming next. The synchronicities in your life are increasing. Numbers that repeat, songs that play at perfect moments, conversations that happen exactly when you need to hear them. These aren't accidents. The universe is confirming that you're on the right path. It's showing you that you're supported in ways you can't even see. You're about to discover just how powerful you really are. Not power over others, but power over your own reality. The ability to create the life you want through conscious choice and aligned action. The understanding that you're not a victim of circumstance, but a co-creator of your experience. The old you used to wait for permission. The new you is learning to give yourself permission. Permission to want more. Permission to expect better. Permission to walk away from anything that doesn't serve your highest good. This shift in mindset is going to change everything for you. Your energy signature is completely different now. People who knew you before might struggle to understand the changes they're sensing. Family members might ask if you're okay because you seem distant. Old friends might feel like they're talking to a stranger. This isn't because you've become cold or uncaring. It's because you've stopped performing the version of yourself that kept everyone else comfortable. The conversations you used to engage in feel empty now. The drama that used to pull you in slides right off you, the opinions that used to matter so much barely register anymore. You're not becoming indifferent. You're becoming selective. Your consciousness has expanded beyond the frequency of petty concerns and surface-level worries. Your body has been changing too. Maybe you've been craving different foods. Maybe exercise feels more important than it used to. Maybe you can't handle alcohol the way you once did. Your physical vessel is upgrading to match your new vibration. What used to nourish you might now feel heavy or toxic. This isn't about restriction. This is about alignment. The mirror shows you someone different these days. Not just physically, though there's probably a new light in your eyes. There's a presence about you now that wasn't there before. A confidence that doesn't need to announce itself. A knowing that sits quietly behind your expression. You carry yourself differently because you know yourself differently. Time feels strange lately, doesn't it? Some days crawl by like molasses, while others disappear in what feels like minutes. You're existing between dimensions right now. Part of you is still connected to the old world, while another part is already living in the new one. This temporal confusion is normal during major transitions. Your tolerance for negativity has plummeted. Complaining exhausts you. Gossip makes your skin crawl. Fear-based thinking feels foreign in your mind. You've been purged of so much lower vibrational content that encountering it now feels jarring. This is why certain movies, music, or news sources might suddenly feel unbearable. The career path that once excited you might feel meaningless now. The goals you used to chase might seem shallow. The achievements you once celebrated might feel empty. This isn't failure or loss of ambition. This is your soul calling you towards something more aligned with your true purpose. Your old dreams were based on who you thought you had to be. Your new vision is based on who you actually are. Money flows differently in your life now. Not necessarily more of it yet, but the relationship has shifted. You're less willing to compromise your values for financial security. You're more aware of the energy exchange in every transaction. You understand that money is just energy, and energy follows intention. This understanding is preparing you for abundance that matches your new frequency. Your living space probably feels different too. Maybe you've been decluttering obsessively. Maybe you've rearranged furniture for no logical reason. Maybe you've been drawn to different colors or textures. Your external environment is adjusting to reflect your internal transformation. What surrounds you must match what's within you. The people who are meant to be in your new chapter are already appearing. They might show up as strangers who feel familiar, conversations that go deeper than they should with people you just met, connections that form quickly and feel ancient. These soul contracts are activating because you're ready to fulfill your part of the agreement. Your creativity is exploding in unexpected ways. Ideas flow through you like water. Solutions appear in your mind without effort. Art, writing, music, or innovation calls to you with new urgency. This isn't random inspiration. This is source energy moving through your newly cleared channels. You've become a conduit for something much larger than yourself. The old you used to seek validation from others. The new you validates yourself. The old you needed external proof of your worth. The new you knows your value is inherent. The old you looked outside for answers. The new you trusts your inner knowing above all else. This shift from external to internal authority is the foundation of your personal power. Meditation might be happening spontaneously now. You find yourself in trance states while walking, driving, or just sitting quietly. Your consciousness is learning to navigate different levels of awareness. These natural altered states are your mind's way of processing the enormous shifts happening within you. Your dreams have become more vivid and meaningful. Messages come through while you sleep. Departed loved ones visit with important information. Future possibilities reveal themselves in symbolic form. Your dream state is now an active workspace where your higher self communicates directly with your conscious mind. The old rules don't apply to your life anymore. Traditional timelines feel irrelevant. Conventional wisdom sounds outdated. Standard approaches seem ineffective. You're operating by a different set of principles now. Universal laws that most people don't even know exist are governing your experience. Your healing abilities are stronger whether you realize it or not. People feel better after talking to you. Animals are drawn to your presence. Plants thrive in your care. Your very essence carries a frequency that soothes and restores. This gift comes with a responsibility that you're just beginning to understand. The loneliness you used to feel has transformed into solitude that feels sacred. Being alone doesn't frighten you anymore because you've learned the difference between being alone and being lonely. Your own company has become precious to you. This self-relationship is the foundation for every other connection in your life. Your psychic senses are undeniable now. You know who's calling before you look at your phone. You sense when someone is thinking about you. You pick up on energy shifts before they manifest physically. These abilities aren't new. They were always there. You're just finally awakened enough to acknowledge them. The future looks completely different than it did a year ago. Not just your plans, but your entire vision of what's possible. Limitations you accepted as permanent now seem arbitrary. Dreams you buried as unrealistic are resurfacing with new vitality. Your expanded consciousness has revealed options that were invisible before. You're being prepared for something significant. Every experience, every lesson, every moment of growth has been building toward this next phase of your journey. The universe has been orchestrating events to position you exactly where you need to be. Nothing that happened to you was random. Everything served your evolution. So here we are at the end of this message that found its way to you exactly when you needed to hear it. If you're still watching, it's because every single word resonated with something deep inside your soul. You recognize yourself in these descriptions because this is your truth. This is your awakening. This is your time. You weren't supposed to see this video in the traditional sense. It wasn't meant for the masses or the people still sleeping through their lives. It was meant for you, for the awakened ones who are ready to step fully into their power, for the sensitive souls who've been told they're too much, but are finally understanding they're exactly enough, for the light workers who've been preparing their whole lives for this moment. Everything I've shared with you isn't prophecy or prediction. It's recognition. I'm simply reflecting back to you what you already know, but maybe haven't had the courage to fully embrace yet. You are transforming. You have transformed. The person who started watching this video is not the same person who will click away from it. Trust what you're feeling right now. Trust the chills running through your body. Trust the tears in your eyes or the smile spreading across your face. Your body knows truth when it hears it. Your soul recognizes its own reflection. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, beautiful soul. You're exactly who you're supposed to be, and you are so much more powerful than you've ever imagined. The universe has been waiting for you to remember. Now it's time to step forward and claim what's always been yours. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for choosing to wake up when it would have been easier to stay asleep. The world needs who you're becoming.